Good magical morning, sweethearts. How are you doing? Bear with me. I still am not able to wear my partial, so bear with me. How are you feeling the magic? I know at times it doesn't seem very magical right now, but really it is. It is. This wave that came in yesterday, sweet ones, it was intense. It's directly connected to. Good morning, Kent. How you doing, sweetheart? It is directly tied into cellular memories dealing with parents. If for those who have had their parents that have passed, if you will, and some of these are ancient lifetime memories that has to do with relationships with your parents, especially emotions attached to memories, whether this lifetime or other lifetimes, to do with the mother-son, mother-daughter relationships. Some of you, your father's essences, presence, memories has been coming to you. That's these cellular memories in the DNA, sweethearts, that we are harmonizing and neutralizing, not only individually, but mostly collective. A lot of these energies are collective energies that are coming in. They're just presenting themselves through you as the individual conduits, if you will. As we move into this wave on the 29th, sweethearts, in a couple days, some of you are able to tap into that right now. Not everybody is. Kent says grandfathers, yeah, grandparents too, especially those grandparents who really played that parental role. For myself, growing up, I was shuffled between my grandparents and my aunt and uncle. So, some of you may even be getting, like Kent says, the grandfather. Some of you might be getting aunts and uncles. Any of those memories tied really into those father-mother roles is really coming up to be released. You're gonna be hit with another wave tonight or in the morning, sweet ones. It all just depends on where you guys are at, whichever. Really allow yourselves to be grounded. I'm a very grounded person, and this has really even knocked me off, and especially for the Blu-rays, their unions coming into the physical, they have it intense right now, especially within harmonizing a lot of that collective masculine feminine essence within. Can I see legs? No, you can't see my legs. Murat, go hug a tree, please. Blessings to you all. Anyway, sweet ones, really allow yourselves to flow through these emotions. Some of them are intense. You're going to feel for no reason at all. I mean, you can be perfectly in a very great space, and out of the blue, tears for no reason whatsoever. And allow that to... just allow these energies to flow out. You don't have to participate in it. Remember, we've closed the door on that matrix, sweet ones. We've closed the door on those lower timelines. That's what the solstice was about. And so really, it's just, if you need a human way to look at it as you're going through a grieving period. Good morning, Curtis. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Adela. Bless you, Curtis. And so, as you come into these intense waves, just let it flow, sweet ones. I mean, It's been intense. It's so intense. Adela says, good morning, Chill. My daughter has been stuck on a plane back from America in Edinburgh at the moment due to power failures. Can this be connected, hun? Everything is connected, sweethearts. Everything is connected. And there is so much happening and so much purging and so much clearing. Just from Gaia alone, Gaia is releasing it, and when she releases it, it manifests through the collective conscious, through each of you, each of us individually. And so, and Curtis says, I've been working hard on dissolving everything to light. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're neutralizing it back to 0 point. The grid is purging. Oh boy, is the grid purging. Kent's not joking there at all. The grid is purging indeed. And so really, sweet ones, everything and everyone is being affected by this. Nobody's being left out. Adela says she is on a 15 school vacation. No reason for the power surge they can find. Of course they can't find it, Adela. Again, like Kent said, the grid is purging. You know, even though this seems really chaotic and turbulent, sweet ones, not only with what you're physically seeing in the outside world, but it's awfully emotional within. And, you know, we're used to keeping ourselves secluded and shut off and not show our emotions and stuff like that. And when you open your heart, and your heart, trust me, is being ripped open right now because you're being asked to surrender fully. And it's only, you know, the human aspect of us is really stubborn. Because the human aspect don't want to give up control. The human side of us don't want to. It's too, you know, it's scary to surrender if you want. Let's say that. It's to totally surrender fully. It's scary to the human aspect. And right now, your hearts are being cracked open, and if it seems really, really painful, sweethearts, that's because you're resisting. Oh, and trust me, I'm resisting too. I mean, there's spaces I'm finding within me. You know, I'm right there with you. I'm having to deal with learning how to feel again, and to have emotions again. That in itself for me is, well, I bless it. But I'm grateful for everything I go through. You have no idea. But if it feels painful, you know, it's really just showing you where you need to open your heart some more. We're used to being closed off. We're used to being emotionalist. We're used to being both, but I'm talking about the other side of the polarity for a minute, if you will. But I mean, and so, you know, it's a dance, sweet ones. It's a dance, and it may seem chaotic, but it's really not. It's just showing you what to surrender to and just let it go, and fully open your heart up. And that's what this is about. We're coming into more intense waves. The sun's just going to rise. Maybe it's cloudy, it looks like. It's finally getting light out. So as we go tonight, tomorrow morning, you're going to be, like I was saying, you're going to be hit with another intense wave like you all went through yesterday. And, you know, I can only encourage you, sweethearts, to really ground. Drink a lot of extra water. And, you know, really spend some time out in nature. With this, sweet ones, remember, Gaia's purging, the grid is purging, and with every intense wave, for whatever seems negative, well, there's also a positive, if you will. So find the magic. I encourage you to find the magic. You're going to find there's going to be what seemingly feels like more physical deaths. The more intense these energies come in, sweet ones, it's helpful to understand that there are some vessels that cannot handle these incoming energies, and for lack of a better descriptive way of saying it, will short circuit. I'm not saying that to put fear out there. It's part of this process, sweet ones, and it's also helpful to understand as a collective, we feel that sorrow, we feel those tears, and the higher in frequency we go, the more you integrate these light frequencies within you and anchor them into you, the more in tune with the collective consciousness, the planetary consciousness you become. In other words, more sensitive, if you will, to it. And therefore, the more sensitive and in tune you become with it, the more you will feel it. The higher in frequency you rise to, sweethearts, the deeper into density you go. And what that means is, you gotta forgive me, I don't have my partial. And what I mean by this is the higher in frequency you evolve to, the more sensitive or the depths of density you're going to feel. The darkness or lower vibrational frequencies are always drawn to the light. And so, for those of you who are just coming into that next phase level, however descriptive you want to say it, yes, you are feeling more. Yes, it doesn't feel like it's yours. You thought you had cleared it, yada, yada, yada. Yes, it's the collective, but yes, it's yours, and no, it's not yours, if that makes sense. Again, the higher in frequency you go, the higher, okay, no fishing, go later. Hey, take me fishing with you, Kent, I'm ready. Mama loves the water. This mama loves the water. But the higher in frequency you go, sweet ones, the more you're evolving to, and for those just awakening, remember what took us 2, 3, 4, 5 years to awaken. Those that are just awakening now are awakening in a matter of weeks, a matter of just a couple months. We have made that way much easier for them to do that because they were going to be having to wake up faster. So that is really why you're seeing so many different layers, different levels, if you will. The higher in frequency you go, you can see the different energies. You can feel the different energies, and you're feeling more of a broad spectrum of energies, if you will. Somebody who is at a lower frequency versus somebody at a higher frequency. The ones at the lower aren't going to understand what they're feeling. You know, to them it's not going to be layers or level. It's all going to be just all one energy that they haven't deciphered, decoded, or whatever. That's what I mean by that. So, ground, sweet ones. That's the key here. Ground these energies in. Let them flow in and out through your body into the earth. Connect to the electromagnetic and geomagnetic grids and of the planet. When you are connected to the electromagnetic and geomagnetic grids of the planet, you are connected to your divine source. That's where you want to ground these energies to. The new grid, the new electromagnetic grid. And that's how you do it, is by anchoring, balancing, neutralizing, harmonizing these energies that as they come in. As they come in, you anchor them in, and then they integrate within you, and with what arises, and you neutralizing and harmonizing that back to 0 point, you are, by doing that, and bringing that balance within your physical vessel, you have now anchored heaven and earth together. And that's what you have been doing all this time. And I hope that puts that into a little better descriptive for the human aspect to understand. So, I love you. It's chaotic, it's turbulent, but it's magical, and it's totally beautiful, sweethearts. It really is. And right now, really, no matter how seemingly hard or challenging it may seemingly appear, allow yourself to find the magic, to find the beauty in this. Because it's a release, sweet ones, that's all it is. And really, if you can allow yourself to see beyond it, around it, above it, underneath it, I mean completely through it, you really will see, if you allow yourselves something landed on me. You really will see the heavenly paradise that really is the true reality of all of this. Really just, faith is the truth of the trust you behold, and right now you're asked to surrender to the unseen, sweet ones, to that faith, regardless of what this outside world is showing you. You and these energies, the more and more they come in, and even though their intent's asking you to release and to purge and to go through what seems like horrible memories or whatever it may be, experiences, it's asking you to surrender to the unknown and to the unseen and to the silence, because on the other side of chaos, sweet ones, is paradise. And out of chaos, something good always comes out of something bad, something challenging, something difficult, however you want to look at it. And right now, we're coming out on the other side. You just have to get through this. And that's all it is. So allow this to just go. Knowing right here in your peaceful heart is going to get you to get through this much quicker, with more grace and more gentleness and more ease, if you will. Allow the purging to happen. The door's been closed. We just, you just got to go through that grieving period like you do in any death, if you will. I remember going through this 2 years ago. I'm proof you can get through it. That's what Valerie says. Oh, shucks, beautiful. I went through it 2 years ago. Shit, I go through it every day. And lately, it's been every day. This past week and a half since the solstice has kicked my ass. Literally kicked this girl's ass. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. It brings tears to my eyes at, no matter what we go through, it's worth it, sweet ones. It may not seem it, but there is nothing greater than love. And when you come to understand that everything is love, even if it seems chaotic, when you come to understand, all you feel is those tears of sadness and pain and sorrow turn to tears of joy. They really do. And right now, it may not seem it, but we're being given the greatest miracle of all. We truly are. And I just ask for you to see the magic and the miracle in it, because it truly is here. It really is. So, find the magic. I love you, sweet ones. I love you, I love you, I love you. We got this. And just allow yourselves to spend time in nature and really ground. Big hugs and blessings. Have a magical, magical day. Bye-bye now.